Oh, hello. It's the twilight hour once again. Must mean that the Hungry Hornet is off to his day job, or more precisely, his night job. Welcome, ladies and gents, to another glorious Hungry Hornet video. I've been running a quite successful series at the minute of your sort of tips and tricks in regards to your motorcycling career. Now, your boy, the Hungry Hornet, he doesn't claim to be most advanced rider in the world, doesn't claim to be one with the most miles. So a lot of us do commute for work, obviously, on our motorbikes. For some of us, like me, I only have a full motorcycle license. I started my motoring career a little bit late in life. I was 31, I think, when I ended up getting my 31, 32, when I ended up getting my CBT. And for some reason I used to think that getting on two wheels is a bit difficult. Obviously there is an aspect of it's expensive, and if you've been cycling like I have for years, you tend to think, oh my god, it's is it worth the outlay? I mean, what, nearly 3 years later, I'd say yes, it is. Now, if you're like me, my current commute at the minute is around 4,000 miles a year. I live quite close to work. I do a lot of extracurricular trips, but let's say hypothetically, you know, you live 40 miles away or 35 miles away from work, you'll end up noticing that you're doing about 17,000 miles a year in a 48 week work year, I suppose. What sort of bike is best for that? At the minute, I'm contemplating whether or not I should get a sort of lower powered commuter scooter. I've mentioned it before on the channel. Something that can sort of do the miles and has a little bit better MPG. At the minute, I don't know if you can see, but we're hitting 48.9 miles to the gallon, which, as I've mentioned in my previous video, had some dodgy fuel recently. That's still at play here. Last night I filled up with some Shell fuel, and yeah, so it's all very relative, isn't it, what you'd like to use to commute. For me, the idea of getting a commuter scooter that can sort of, you know, withstand miles of abuse is quite attractive to me. At the minute I'm looking at the PCX 125. The reason I'm thinking about a 125 is because obviously the smaller the engine, usually the better the MPG and the fuel economy, and just generally it's just cheaper to run. But also I was going to hit two birds with one stone here, and I was going to get a bike that my wife can end up driving, I guess, or riding. My wife can end up riding the bike, but then we can go on like sort of double dates, me on the Hornet and her on the 125, the PCX. Never had a twist and go, so I've considered it. Let me know what your thoughts are on twist and goes on the comments. I'll be interested to hear. Commuting is a very personal thing, isn't it? You end up being on your commuter for most of your time, I guess, or the lead up to work. You spend a lot of time on it, so it's got to be comfortable. For me, the Hornet is comfortable, long journeys, you know, 30, 40, 50 minutes, an hour long, but the unfortunate thing is it's not very good on the MPG. So if I was to sort of commute, you know, far away, or, you know, 30, 40 mile radius, if I change jobs for instance, I'd be pretty stuck. You know, I'd end up spending a couple grand a year just on fuel, whereas like a PCX can get that down to like 600 quid a year quite easily for the same mileage. So that's a big plus as far as I'm concerned. You know, the number one thing you've got to be looking for with a commuter is fuel economy and comfortability, and, you know, how does it perform. Is the Honda Hornet a good commuter? Yes, it is, definitely. But if, for instance, you're venturing out further away than like 5, 10, 15 mile a day there and back, then you're probably going to want to look at something that's a little bit more fuel efficient, because this thing can chug the old petrol, the old gasolina. So just a little heads up there. I might be getting the commuter scooter soon, depending on few things got to fall into place first before I do that. I'm thinking about getting a brand new PCX, just because I think the new Hondas come with a 6-year warranty, so that would be quite decent. I missed out on the 6-year warranty on this because I bought it a month early, which is stupid. So there you go. So this has only got a 2-year standard warranty, I believe. But your commuter scooter now from Honda PCX will have 6 years warranty. It's very cheap to run, very cheap to service. You literally service it yourself as well. I mean, the drive belt on it is like 30 quid, so you know, not bad at all. Very exciting. I do like buying a new bike. Some as you know, I've probably heard that I've bought a few bikes before because I've spoken about it. So I'm going to be buying another bike this year, I think, and it will be, I'm pretty sure it'll be a commuter scooter. We'll call it the commuter scooter. I'll probably do a few videos on it as well, you know. I mean, I know this is the Hungry Hornet channel, but you know, we've got room to look at other bikes, haven't we, in our life, you know. I'm going to make a completely brand new channel just to showcase, you know, the PCX, the pulverizing PCX. I'm trying to think of a name for the channel now, but yeah. So the general idea when you commute in is to have something that's comfortable and something that gets you to work A to B safely but also cheaply. The question is, I mean, at the minute, my current usage of the Hornet, would I be able to recommend it as a commuter? Yeah, I would. It's definitely fun, keeps you awake. The only problem is, if you commute a lot of miles, it's going to cost you a lot of money in the long run for servicing to keep it within warranty. Now I'm nearly at the yearly service already, due to my commuting and my extracurricular activities. It's a good job my insurance, I put something like 10, 12, 15,000 or something miles a year, which cost a fortune as well. Funny enough, you put the same sort of, I got quoted 20,000 miles on a PCX for like something like 600 quid. So got 20,000 miles on the PCX, brand new, for 600 quid. For bloody 20,000 miles on this, it's like something like ridiculous, like 5 grand. I think it's to do with risk, isn't it? You know, what's considered risky, etc, etc. So, you know, so as far as I'm concerned, you know, getting a commuter scooter, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're choosing your commuting bike, make sure you consider the following. Is it practical? Is it lightweight? Is it tiring to ride? How much does it cost? How much does it cost to fill up? How often do you have to fill it up? If it broke, would you be able to purchase a new one? Or, you know, a second-hand one straight away at not a lot of cost? So, you know, the figures with this bike, no. The answer to that is no, pretty much, to most of it. Because, you know, if you're going to use a commuter, you know, there's nothing wrong with sort of preserving your main bike. So that's my goal at the minute. Preserve the miles a little bit on this, make sure they're fun miles. Even though, yes, I do want to put 100,000. I think we've got a little commuter brethren there. Look at that. Let's stop. Thank you, Adventure Bike brethren. That about wraps it up. So, you got any thoughts, theories on this? Please let me know on the comment section below. Until next time, I've been the hungriest of hornets. This has been a very hungry hornet, and we'll catch you next time. Bye bye.